Okay, so we'll really quick do a video showing how to make highlight reels for these girls. So what they do is they log in, right? And then once they're here, they'll see that there's like two different places where it says highlights or my highlights. One is in this profile section where it says your highlights. What that is this tab on their profile page, and this is one of the places they can make their highlight reels appear. But that's not where you build your highlight reels. Where you build them is on this link, highlights here. This is like the workshop where they can make their highlight reels. So they've got like a wizard that makes it somewhat easy, or actually really easy. So the first thing I can do is click on create highlight. Now they've got, let me get my fat head out of the way. Shit. They've got like some pre-made things, like that they think might be helpful, or you can just do from scratch. I just pick do from scratch. And then we're gonna name what the highlight reel is gonna be. So let's call it like winter warm up 2. I'm naming it 2 because I made one before when I was like testing out the system. So we're gonna save that. That all we really did is save the name, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is add some videos to it. So we're gonna click add videos, and then it shows us all the games that we have here to choose from. So let's pick like the whole weekend. Let's say we're gonna make the highlight reel of the weekend. So we pick all 5 games, and then what we can do is first we gotta select them. And then what it's gonna do is over here on this side, it's gonna basically load up their 7-second clips. And they are basically all the clips of everything, like from all those games. So we need to filter them, or the girls need to filter them. So they click filter, then they narrow it down here. So they're gonna go pick themselves, okay? Then you can pick what actions they want. Like they wanna find just their serves or their serve receives, sets, whatever, right? So let's just go attack. You can pick more than one, right? This is just filtering them. And then let's say, let's just find the ones that are kills. And they've got this filter where I guess the AI determines how fast the kills are. So, I mean, you could use that if you want. I'm sure same thing for attack height, like how high they are. You can filter by where they were on the court, what kind of attack it was, some other things like how good the pass was that led to your set where they attacked. I mean, there's all kinds of different filters, and they change with whatever the action is. So like if they were picking something other than an attack, the options for the filters would be different. But so the bottom line is we pick that, right? You can pick what zone in the court it goes to, whatever. And then we click apply filter. So then what that does is makes over here only the clips that match. So these are all Mia and they're all kills, right? So what we'll do is we just got to add a few of them to the hopper, so to speak here. So what I recommend the girls do is watch them because these are AI generated, right? So some of them, it might be a kill, but they might practically swing and miss, and the ball hits the ground, so it's a kill, but they look clumsy and they don't want to include that. So I recommend just like watching it. Okay, like maybe we want to include that one. Okay, great. Let's go down to the next one. And so let's watch this one. And you just go through like each, one by one to see if you want to include it or not. So you got to add a few of them. Okay, and you see as we're adding them, after we're watching them, they start appearing over here on the right. Okay, so these are the ones that have qualified in our mind as ones that we want to pick. For our video here, we're pretending that Mia watched them and she liked those ones. Okay. Now from here, we need to order them and we could trim them up if we want. Since Hudl saves them into 7-second increments, you might find like if you're watching one here that there's like a lot of screwing around before the actual play happens and you want to like tighten it up a little bit. If that's the case, you can hit adjust clip and then you can like tighten it up to just the stuff that you want to see, okay? You can also reorder them however you want. Like if they were making highlight reels to send out to college coaches, they want to put their biggest, most explosive stuff like right at the top because that's what we know the coaches are going to see. They might not make it all the way down here. Hudl will also, if you want to click this button, they'll group it by skill. So they'll just take all the attacks into one section and all the whatever blocks or aces or whatever else you're, grouping. So it'll do that automatically. This highlight video, it's all kills, right? So we don't need to mess with that. So once you've got this in order, your next step is to, one of the next things you can do is you can add visuals if you want. So, excuse me. What this is, it gives you the options to like put little slides in. Like, let's say you have a video that was full of, it had a bunch of passes and it had a bunch of attacks. Like you could add passes, you could add you could add that one, you could add that one, and then you would put like these little slides in front of, you'd put this one in front of where all the attacks are, and then this one we would put in front of where all the kills are, right? Or whatever, you get what I'm saying. One thing that is kind of important in this that's helpful is that they'll let you add is a athlete intro slide. So this is pretty good. So like this is helpful. Like, so you can type their name and their position, pick their jersey number, right? And then you can add like some bullet points. Like I would put like their maybe I don't know, whatever, their TikTok. I don't even know how to spell TikTok. At whatever, right? You get the point. Instagram, at whatever. All right. Then you can put their contact info and their email, right? Then it won't let you generate unless you put an image. So, pick an image of flowers or something you've got on your computer. Like this is a promo I have for like one of my skincare brands, right? Like Boeing. All right, so you've got your picture, then you can hit generate, and then if you do that, what it'll do is it takes it a second to do it, but what it'll do is it'll add that over here, and then you just position that one at the front. Pretty easy, right? The next big step that they got to do is pick the highlight settings. Okay, so once you've got everything ordered how you want here, and you've got your slides in there the way that you want, you click highlight settings, and the first thing we got to pick is the aspect ratio. Whether they want it horizontal, this is for game film, this is for emailing coaches. Vertical is if they're putting it on like TikTok or Instagram or social media. Okay, so horizontal is for the important ones, and that's what we're shooting it when I'm filming it. I'm putting it in horizontal, so it's it's already like that. But if they want to put vertical for like their TikTok or something, they have to pick. What do they want like centered in the vertical box, like the ball or the player in question, or I guess they have this one option that tries to follow both. I don't know. So you can take a look at it and mess around and figure out which one. My guess is follow the player because that's where the action's going to be, right? And then you do have the ability to add like a circle below the player, which I guess could help a coach if they're watching it identify which player you're talking about. Like if we had it on the wide screen. Again, don't send coaches vertical aspect ratio, only send horizontal. Vertical is just for like your own social media, having fun. This last option is, how do you want clips to proceed to each other? It kind of like slowly go black, or it can just go bing, bing, bing with no transition from clip to clip to clip. So that's that. So, we've got our settings here. Let's put it back to horizontal. And then once we've got everything done, we've got the clips ordered, right? We've got our highlight settings picked, and we've got the, I guess that's it. The next thing, like once we've got all that stuff in order, what we want to do is export this. Now, you click export, and then it gives us three options. One is just straight up download the file. This is what I've done like for my other kid. I think it's the best thing because once you've downloaded it, you can put it on whatever other platform you want, right? So you can go ahead and when you click that, what it's going to do is, it does not happen instantly, so don't panic if you don't see it after. But after you click export video, it then appears over here in your highlights. Like this is the one we just created. It's just a draft because I didn't save it, but it appears over here. Okay. Once it's done and it's ready, it'll say ready here. Okay. So in this case, since it says ready and I picked download this version, you can, actually I did it on this one. Once this is ready, it'll have a another button here that'll say download. If I click download, it just downloads it to my computer and I can do whatever I want with it. If we wanted to make the highlight reel, let's say we wanted to download the horizontal and we wanted to download vertical, it's fine. You don't have to redo the whole process. Just go back into that highlight reel, change the aspect ratio to vertical, then do the export again and click export again and it'll be there. So that's how you can download them to your computer. You have to do the export process individually for each way you want to do it, right? So if you want to download a version, you got to do it like that. If you wanted to publish it to your profile, your where I first showed you, like on their, it looks like their home, it's this. If you want the highlight to be published here, so like someone who's viewing their page can see it there, you just do that option. Just go athlete profile. And you could strip off the sound, by the way, if you want. That's another option, here. Like if I'm back there dropping F-bombs and saying stupid stuff, get it off, just mute the sound. Otherwise, leave it on. I think it's fun to hear the cheering and stuff if they get a big play. Then hit publish. And then once you do that, it will appear on the profile page where I showed you. The last thing is you can publish it. You can connect the kid's YouTube account if you want. I don't see the point in this really, because once you've downloaded it regular, you can just upload it to YouTube if you want. So it's like kind of an unnecessary step. Anyway, if you publish it this way on the athlete profile, when it's done, it appears here on their highlight page like this, where they can watch it. Yeah, I guess pretty much that's it for this video, you guys. If you have any questions, just holler at me. I'm happy to help out. Later.